Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Play Arts Kai variant Black Panther, which is very similar to the new movie designs. No, not really. I know a lot of people made that joke in the beginning, but it's not a bad design overall for Black Panther. I think it's pretty cool. However, as is usually the case with the Play Arts Kai line, it's mostly disappointing as a figure. So let's go ahead and get this guy off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 26 centimeters, which makes him roughly 10 inches. I know it didn't look like that, but it's just the angle of the camera. And I want to say, first off, I really do like the general direction of the design for this guy. I think it's a pretty cool look. However, I think the final result, the ultimate product, it's just not right. Here's the thing. Cats are not known for having very big torsos, and this guy's chest and upper abdomen area is super bulky. It makes it really, really hard for him to look right. He looks bloated in most poses, and so that's a big drawback. I mean, you want him to look sleek yet powerful, and he just looks like he's wearing too many layers of clothing. I don't know, he looks like... Does anybody remember that Louis Anderson joke where he says, okay, never mind, no one remembers that. But anyway, it's just like the design is so cool, but then it's like the proportions got out of whack somehow. It's something off. I think mostly in this region right here, underneath the pecs. It's just way, 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 way too bulky. He looks like he's like on steroids or something from here to here. It's very odd. And he has like no neck either. So no neck and super big upper torso makes him look not like a panther in any way. Okay, so the paintwork on it is mostly good. I like the overall look. It's got a lot of these little like lighter purple lines going through it and then a lot of silver going around. Very well executed for the most part. So generally it's aesthetically pleasing aside from the sculpt. So I think that's pretty cool. It's a good look for him overall. Very, very nice. As far as accessories go, he's definitely a big old disappointment in that regard. We have these two dagger holsters, or sheaths, which would be the right word, that go on the back of his belt, and they're pretty big. And then we have the two daggers that go in them, which are even bigger, and they don't sit in there snugly or anything, so it's not like you could hang them downward or make it like do something like that. You can't do that. So you just have these giant handles of these goofy dagger thingies that stick off of his belt and just look really weird and goofy. It makes him look even fatter. So we're gonna take those off. I don't like those. Let's take them off. Oh, cool. When you take them off, they break. That's nice. You have to put them on yourself, and they barely fit, and then when you pull them off, they break. So that's nice. That's good. I'm definitely not keeping this figure. And then the daggers just look really stupid. Like, what is that? There's no blade element to it, really. It looks dumb. It's goofy. And I could get behind it if the rest of the figure was good, and there's like, oh, his accessories are goofy, but the figure's awesome. It's not like that. So let's continue the accessories. We have these two open claw hands, which are really nicely done. He actually looks like he could scratch somebody with them. We have these two fist hands that aren't really fist hands. It's just the fingers curled up, kind of weird like, so that's goofy. We have two gripping hands, which are for the daggers, so that's useful, I guess. And then we have two hands, which I guess are style pose hands. I guess like a martial arts pose, maybe, with his fists not made into it. So we don't have a fist hand on this guy. He can't punch anybody. All he can do is like not punch people. So, oh man, I'm getting this close. I'm this close to not buying any more Play Arts ever again. I'm so close to just selling off my collection and be like, screw that. The figures are half bad at least half the time, and they cost too much. Alright, as far as articulation goes, the head's on a double ball peg, neck's on a double ball peg. You can barely move the head on top of the neck. And he has no neck. Like, his traps come all the way up. And it's just weird looking. He's got no neck. The neck moves pretty well inside there, front and back, but it's very awkward, this figure. The shoulders, I can't raise them. Can't do it. I guess maybe if I take it down and then raise it? Nope, because they put the ball peg in there again, so we have a giant ball peg connecting the arm, which is a fine design if you do it right. So you can move the arm around like this, but then the hinge on the arm is so much tighter than the ball peg that I can't do it. I'm afraid if I do that, I'm going to snap that ball peg. So I can't raise the arm. Can I do it on this side? Let's see. A little bit. So his arm comes up a little bit. And it's at kind of a goofy angle. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, it's a little bit better, but we still have a giant cavity in his chest. very poor design. Like the individual elements of the design are fine, but then the way they put them all together, not good. Not good at all. Bicep swivel works okay, so that's good. Single jointed elbow, a little bit better than 90. I'll take that. That's all right. You can technically rotate at both ends, but due to the sculpt, you really only get it out of the forearm. For the wrist, we have another ball hinge, which is okay. Definitely should be a little bit bigger because now we have a little tiny ball hinge for the wrist and it kills the sculpt and it makes him look kind of shrimpy right there, which is interesting because the rest of him is way too thick. For the upper torso, we have a hinge and a ball peg, which works pretty well. You can lean him pretty far back, pretty far forward, side to side, just a little bit. Rotation's fine. Lower torso ball peg is pretty good forward and back. Side to side's pretty good too. It really works because of this. Even though this isn't flexible, it goes up and covers the gap so that when you lean him like this, it still fills in on this side. So that's pretty good design. I like that. Full rotation, of course, that's good. Floating crotch piece is a floating crotch piece with splits in it so you can bring the legs up. Yeah, the splits don't really work because of the way it's sculpted. They just kind of catch the leg armor and don't really flex. So you can't bring the leg up very far, and you get a giant gap in his butt. You don't want a big butt gap. That's not a good idea. You can bring the legs back a little bit, going out to the side. Due to the sculpt, they want to fight with the crotch piece, but you can force it. Let's see. Can I force it? Not really. I mean, maybe, but at an angle. So you can kind of give him a more acrobatic pose, but you have to kind of turn his legs a little bit. So kind of awkward to pose him there too. Let's see. Also, look how wide his hips are. He's got really, really wide hips and big thighs. Like, this guy has really bad proportions. Does not look like a panther. Not sleek and agile at all. You do have a thigh swivel built into the hip joint, and you have a really ugly thigh swivel down here, which doesn't work. And over here it does work. So it's still really ugly, but at least it works. Double jointed knees. Let's see. Not a bad design. You get really good range out of the knee. It's still pretty ugly, but I've seen way worse from them, so I'll give them some credit on this one. It's okay. And then for the ankle, you can bring the foot really far forward, pretty far back. You can rotate it around a little bit to give yourself an ankle rocker, so that's good. And then we have a toe hinge, which is not too bad. So, oh man, I really was hoping this was going to be a good. It's such like there's not a whole lot going on in terms of reasons for the articulation to not work. It's just basically a bodysuit with details added to it. Yet they somehow still made it no good. Like, there's no way this is worth $150. It's too hard to pose. It's got really bad proportions. It doesn't look like Black Panther other than, I mean, like, you have the individual details, but he's way too fat. Way too bulky. That is not, whatever, I'm done. Yeah, I don't recommend it, but I'm sure some people are going to like it out there. That's your choice. If you do, then you'll be happy. You have the information now to decide if you like it or not, so go ahead and get it if you like it. I'm not here to tell you what to like. I'm just telling you the objective problems with it. And if that's fine with you, then that's fine with you, and I'm happy for you. I wish I could do that too. So there it is. Well, I mean, I do, but not that much. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up. Oh, that's right. It broke. Now I'm even more upset. Damn it. Damn it. Anyway, give the video a thumbs up and keep collecting.